Hell yeah. Also, we're almost 2 years mark. Alright, cam baby.
Oh, shit!
Oh yeah. Show me the bird. Show me the bird, dear bird.
Oh, shit!
Okay, on time. Oh yeah, let's get this one game on.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Can't wait to see Tori.
This is a good damn test. It's Tori time, baby. The Tori I want to see the bird. Please, Hawk.
Prime time.
Third time.
That blasted hedgehog. I will make it into stew. MasterGir, Tori, MasterGir. Scrounger, Snowshore, I see. I splashed USA. You kingers, you did work. Boy, and strokes longer. Anybody else here like bird? We are going to see the bird hug. Skydiving out of the window.
Hi. Okay, it seems you guys have secured the Tori cam today. Appreciate that. Very much.
Happy Pride.
Ah, there's the new voice, by the way. I literally just switched it over to something else.
Bird incoming.
So... I guess I can make this go away. Thank you. I got a lot of you to thank when I'm done.
Thanks for those. Hey.
Ah! Ow!
Tell Tori to love her, please.
I figured I'd change it to something a little bit more fitting to what we're doing. So now it's Ash Ketchum. So let me go ahead and stop that music real quick. So today we have Pokemon Crystal Clear at last. If you don't know what Crystal Clear is it's a Pokemon Crystal ROM hack. It completely opens it up. It turns it into an open world game. You get a shitload of like options for customization. It's got some balance changes and shit. It's interesting. There's stuff- Anyway, Tori is really excited. She's got a lot to say. And thank you, you guys got your Tori cam. You guys have a passion for birds. That's right.
Pikachu, my best friend.
Okay, that's... Alright, hold on. That might be too cheap right now.
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Alright.
You I didn't tell her I love Husk so nicely dirt. Pokemon so much money you.
Alright.
I'm gonna get all of them, yay!
Supply and
Pokemon
demand, the price
Tori.
just doubled.
Hi, Tori. It's me, Ash Ketchup.
Supply and demand, the price just doubled. Inflation. Alright. Anyway. Inflation is stupid, I agree.
If I can't afford it, I've 161.
Ash has trouble
Hey,
speaking.
can I something?
Nying, nying. Anyway, let's focus here.
Soggy Dougie. I love to spend my goals on funny voice. Don't search Pokemon inflation on Google Images.
Come on. Let me focus. Boom. Okay. We got that. Where's the game?
Be the fuck out of here. Seize the means of production.
Alright, there we go. Here's the game. Hold on. You gotta give me a second here.
Oh, shit.
I'm being attacked by APs.
Alright. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's the Tori cam. Wait, where is she? Oh, she's eating. And big in her? That's the best you're gonna get for right now.
Tori's eating Tori. Tori's real. Let's go.
Alright, here we fucking go.
Focus, Tori Cam. Pika Pokemon wonderful.
What? Alright, anyway, let's get started. I'm like, you guys got me mad distracted.
Fuck up looking pity.
Piggy! Alright, I had a test save in here, but we're starting a new game. See, look, here's the, right out of the gate, I can start whatever region I want to start in. I'm starting in Johto. I want to start this relatively normally. I think I'm gonna call this complete when I finish the Johto League. I'm not gonna, like, try to do both Johto and Kanto, because then I'll be here fucking 2 years. So, I'm just gonna start right here. I'll just start in Cherry Grove. Maybe I'll start in Violet instead, and actually just cut out some of the fluff at the start. Alright. You eating over there? How's it going? She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Alright. So I'll start here. Alright, we got character customization.
Shout out Zimars. Shout all Zimars. In making my decision, Jura, I'll let you know. Why? Tell her I love her, damn it.
Calm down! Press left and right, scroll through the tabs. Press A, B, enter. Okay. Whoop. So I already have the idea for what I want for my player model, or player sprite here. I want to be a rocket grunt.
Pika Pika Pikachu. Who needs a Pikachu when you have this awesome bird?
Alright, let me yeah, right, that's about fine.
Hey, but consider this. 81 P's.
81 P's?
Oh no, Team Rocket, I'm going to kill you.
Alright, bro.
I will become on Shun Ho.
Right about there is good. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, that's gonna... Supply and demand, it's doubling in price again. Yep, supply and demand is doubled in price. Bro, no! Well, don't spam it then! I'm actually gonna see if I can turn the game up here. Is it turned down in my mixer? Oh, it is. Ah, that's better. Actually. Would you say the game is chopped off a bit? No. Oh, wait, it is. What the fuck? Hold on. Transform. How about... Oh. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Alright, hold on. There we go. That's better. Alright. I'm just going with the classic. Yeah, I want a red bag. Wait, go back. Oh, fuck. Wait, hold on. That wasn't right. I could change the bag type. Oh well. All right. Here's where I get to choose my starter. You got the normal. You got the Kanto starters. You got the Johto starters, etc., etc. Then you got like Pikachu and Eevee, but then you get Psyduck. You got Slowpoke. You got Seal. You got Growlithe. Houndour. Ponyta. Voltorb. Porygon. Vulpix. Pichu. Cleffa. Igglybuff. Togepi. Tyrogue. Smoochum. Elekid. Magby. Smeargle. Ditto. Unknown. Magikarp. Shuckle. Does this game work on real hardware? I think so. I think I want to start with Porygon. Tori, what you doing? Hi. What? Anyway. Porygon. Yes, I want to choose Porygon. Alright, everyone's yelling at me. Okay, everyone's yelling at me for Porygon, so I guess I will. What time is it? It is 3... How many minutes? 3:20. Right? Yeah, close enough.
That was
What day
great
is it?
help, thank you.
Monday.
You should have picked Vulpix. It's the best. It's red. That means it attacks faster. That's just basic science.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to argue with that, I guess. Alright, this is not important. You have a nickname to Porygon? Yes. I'm gonna do all caps because I'm pretty sure all the Pokemon names are all caps. There you go. You happy? Alright, what are these stats? What do we got?
Holy shit, live Tori reaction. Hell yes.
Speed is not great. Special attack is pretty fucking good, though. Oh, good HP. Really bad defense, though. I guess that makes up for it. It goes 1 to 15 in this game. I think so. Which means the HP is fucking phenomenal. Really, it's just that defense is really bad. It's cropped on the bottom. What the hell, man? Why does this shit keep doing this? Alright. Here, let me... Instead of me moving the game, how about I increase the size of the Tori cam? Alright, move this. There we go. Alright, that's better. Move Tori. Tori's a goddamn animal. She'll do what she wants. You eating banana? Well, you were. She was eating banana. Alright, anyway. Wait, what is it holding? Already holding amulet coin. Okay, shit. Works for me. Alright. Fuck yes, sir. Whose house am I in?
Tell her I love her.
Oh, she loves you. Why do I live above the school? That's weird. Alright. I guess it's just I can do whatever the fuck I want, right? It's weird playing this game and not having any true direction. I guess I can go beat up some Pokemon out here real quick. If I speed up the game, will the in-game time go faster? I'm not sure. Do I start with balls or gonna buy them? Oh, that's not what I wanted. I got 5, yeah. I got conversion and conversion 2 and try attack. Nice. Try attack, go! 2 out of 3 of those are super effective. Wow. Wow. I love hitting bugs. Hey, you missed, Pat. Well, you failed, actually. Boom. I'm starting to concern you? Huh? Why? Oop. Oh, child hitting bugs is a bad sign, sociopath. I'm not hitting the bugs, my pet is hitting the bugs. And I'd be a liar if I said that I didn't make my actual dogs try to eat actual flies. So, and by eat, I mean kill them and then I throw them away because if they eat them, they could get worms. Don't let them eat the flies. Bro, that's a Bellsprout right there. Sadist? No, I want those flies dead and it's easier to let them do it. Alright, I gotta be very gentle about this because I do want a Bellsprout. Yeah, and the pets love it. You want me to deprive them of the fun of hunting a fly? What's wrong with you? All right, one more tackle. Please don't be a crit. Thank you. Oh. Got him. If it notices anything that moves, it immediately flings its vine at the object. Wow, I love data.
Leo Burnett and 4Kids are the devil.
Leo Burnett and 4Kids are the devil. Ah, this tells me the typing. The type matchups. Medium slow growth rate? That kind of stinks. Stinks. I can't talk today. Good attack and special attack. Again, dog shit defense. Oh, I'm tired of these Pokemon with bad defense. I just realized what number Bellsprout is. Nice. Nice, okay. No nickname for Bellsprout.
Nice.
Nice. Is Crystal Clear like an enhanced version of Crystal? Yeah, basically. Thank you, thank you. Whoa. Alright, I want to fight this trainer. Bitch! It is an open world version of Crystal, yeah. Oh, it's another Bellsprout. Fight me! Got a bunch of Pokemon, let me battle with you! YTP sexer ass bitch. Bitch! Bitch. This motherfucker got bugs. I'm gonna convert them. Oh wait. I forgot how conversion works. Let's just try attack. I need to turn off the animations, I think. If I'm gonna be that impatient. Will I change Pokemon? A nerf. Oh fuck! That's what I get. That's what I get. That's what I get for being impatient. Yeah. I've learned my lesson. Hey, you know what? It's okay because it worked out. Bellsprout got some level. A little bit of some level. Aww. Option. Text speed. Fast, please. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off battle animations. Ooh. Which sounds better to you, mono or stereo? Alright, I'll leave it on mono. Always run, nah. I like this frame. Menu account? Encounter fancy or fast. That's some Minecraft ass settings. Nurse. Quick nurse? Fuck yes. Quick continue. Oh, I can edit the pack design whenever I want. Thank God. I want a Team Rocket bag. Where's the Team Rocket bag? There it is. Print normal, darker. Weird. Okay. Let me save it real quick. Oh, I'm talking to this kid. Stop talking to me. You want my phone? Okay. Sure thing, Wade. Wade moment. That's a certified Wade moment. Oh, fuck yes, dude. That's so much nicer. Let me fuck with the music here real quick.
Focus, sirs.
That sounds kind of shit. Sun and Moon. I don't even remember what that music sounded like. Pokemon Go. I think Tori's playing with a bell. Playing with your bell? Huh? Come here. Oh! I don't even know what that is. I could just have it be red versus blue. Red and blue. If I really wanted. I think I'll leave it at the original. I'll change that to that. Johto Trainer. Oh, someone just asked if there was no black and white music. Here you go. X and Y? Ooh. Just have everybody sound like a rival. That would cheapen that so hard. Leave that at default. Change that to that. Johto leader. Oh! I just really can't wait till we get till Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. I'm probably gonna do Emerald. Whoa. Sword and Shield? Oh, damn. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Does Tori eat the individual seeds of a raspberry? I don't think she's ever eaten a raspberry. Right? Make them all sound like rivals. I think I'm gonna keep most of this music the same as it is usually. I can change the Pokemon Center. Regional? I guess it changes per region then. Okay. I see you, Pochi. I'll decide for myself. Thank you very much. Ordinary Joe? I don't know what the fuck this is. You know I'm using this. I fucking love this song. I don't even, that's, yeah. Bicycle. That's obnoxious. Okay, that's not bad. I don't know what Ordinary Joe is. Can anyone explain me what that is? Explain you me that? Oh, it's a Nuja-based song? That explains why I don't know anything about it. Oh. Oh, I might actually keep it on Show Me Around. Mirror B?
Oh, fuck you, sir.
Oh, fuck yes. Fire Emblem, I'm not even gonna humor that. Here's the one Pochi's been asking for. Pizza time.
Pizza time.
It's pizza time. Na, 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 na.
It's begun.
Be kind. Dr. Connor's class. I got so caught up in what I was doing, I forgot all about it. It's gonna kill me. She's starting to fall asleep over there. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I gotta go with Mirror B. Oh, that's the difference. Oh, it's kind of goofy sounding. MMBN5 victory. What the fuck is MMBN5? Mega Man Battle Network 5? Oh, I'm sure that means a lot to somebody, but not me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave these victory songs as is. Surfing? Coming around National Park. National Park makes a good surfing song. SS Aqua? I'm gonna leave it at SS Aqua. A low HP warning, sure. Disable music? Why the fuck would I do that? Let me save it one more time, just in case. Oh, Wade is calling me. Thank God I get to hear the music more. It's me, Wade. Is it a night out? I just saw some rare Hoppip in Route 31. I'll call you if I see another rare Pokemon, okay? See you later. Dude, I just saw you. What are you talking about? There's a Hoppip out here? You just saw a Hoppip out there? I should have gotten Houndour, honestly. These guys are too high level. I need to be level 10 at least to get in there. Victoria kiss? No.
Give the Tori a kiss, please.
No, she's trying to sleep.
Pikachu would help it. He bluttered.
What? I don't think that came through the way you wanted it to. What does conversion do? I don't remember. The stats up? Oh, okay. 1 is defense, 2 is attack. Oh, I see. They changed Porygon type. Alright, well now I'm getting conflicting information.
Hey, you!
Hi, for the love of God, hello.
Hello! Do birds sleep standing up? Yes! Yes, they do. Yay! Level 7. The quick trip in here real quick. She is just straight up falling asleep over there. Or Vodapop was right, it changes type. Okay. How did the bird get named Tori? You see, Tori is a nice, non-gender specific name. I technically don't actually know Tori's real gender, because you gotta, like, get up in there to really know. There's no physical, visible way of knowing. Or get a blood test. Also, Tori is Japanese for bird. Shows you how creative I am that I named her Bird. I don't want to fight another fucking Pidgey. I want a real fight. I want a man's fight. Alright, hold on. Just a second. Oh wait, I think I might have disturbed her. Yeah, I disturbed her. Never mind. I was gonna give you a closer look, but she woke up again. Let me solve this puzzle real quick. Na 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 na. Wait a minute, I fucked up. Hey, this is a different puzzle. This isn't what this usually is. I think they changed this. Yeah, they changed this. It's like gloom or something now. Oh no, it's Mew. What the fuck is it? What the fuck is this? Alright, I was gonna come in here and like do this real fast, but they changed it from what it was normally. No, it's Mew. Alright, what's wrong? I think it's these two. Yeah, it's these two. Yeah. There we go. There's a strange presence here. Na, 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 na. Hold the phone real quick. Well, where'd she go? That was weird. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now you can see a little bit better. Can I do this while I'm at it? Hold on. Oh, you're a little bit big. You go over the chat. You guys go away again. I mean, you go over the game, not the chat. All right. She's thinking about sleeping. Na, 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 na. I will get out of here without meeting a single Pokemon. See, I'm a fucking genius.
Hey, you!
Huh?
Bird.
This is a strange place. This is a strange place. I don't have an on-screen chat, do I? No, I usually don't. I usually don't have my chat on the stream. Giraffe-rig. How did this dude get a level 3 Giraffe-rig? And it's dead. Breeding? That's true. Oh. I like thinking here. Hello? What the fuck is this? Alright, we're into some custom shit here. Yeah, I guess they removed the need for surf here. Come on, reread this up. Why can't I find any of them? Oliver. Does anyone know if the Pokemon scale based on how you are leveling, or if it's just global scaling? Like, levels in certain areas are still higher levels. It's based on badges? Okay. Okay, that would make sense. Okay. That means I don't have to worry too much about going in over my head. Oh, it's time for Bellsprout. Are we a rocket guy? Yeah. I wanted to be a rocket grunt. Originally, this run was gonna be, oh, I'm playing completely as a rocket grunt. I can only own Pokemon that a rocket grunt would own. But when I thought about what Pokemon they have, that would have been a fucking miserable nightmare. And went back on that idea. They can only have, like, dark and poison and ground. It would have been really shit. Wait, no, I don't want to change out. Wow, you got me. Poliwag got no poly swag. Alright, check out this sick ass maneuver. Watch this. Wow, incredible. Good hit. Good show. Oh, okay. You resisted me. I'll give props where they're due. Oh, she's gonna sleep down there now, huh? Yay! My line! Alright, I'm not fighting every one of these kids. I don't have the patience for that. Oh! What? This doesn't go anywhere. It just goes down here. Okay. It doesn't go anywhere over here either. Huh. Okay. This dude looks different. You've come. I am a diviner of the mystic arts. You can call me Ryan. My purpose here is to study events. My Pokemon were not always my own. I found them, and they gave me the ability to see. As a diviner, I see more than most others do. Now, I know more than I should. Oh, now I know more than I should. But this makes me an effective ace trainer as well. Two paths diverge before you. Do you battle me? Or yourself? That... Do you see the predicament here? You gave me an option of 1 or 2, but then gave me the options of yes or no to respond. No. Edgar is the question. What? What? Fuck. Cool, bye. Whoa, level 20! Hold the fucking phone. Oh, thank God it ran away. Alright, I guess initial level cap must be around 20. Diviner punishment, yeah. Summoned a psychic Pokemon to come kick my ass for being in the spot I shouldn't be in. What's you? What's you? What's you? Alright, well, the right gym badges will do as they please. Okay. Who at you? Alright. I need more levels. Well, what am I at now? 7 and 8. Oh, my Porygon needs like 1 more level here. Or 1 more battle to get a level. What you doing over there? Huh? Try attack! Try attack! Fuck. Okay. So that's 8 and 8 now, right? Yeah. So this dude has flying types. So I want something that's rock or ice, or electric. There is a tunnel back this way. I could... Ah, but it'll be really low level. Fuck it. I got nothing better. Bitterberry. I don't have anything weak to flying. I have Bellsprout. But Bellsprout's not my main. So... I am probably good. Whoa! Level 2? I ain't starting from no level 2. 4 is better, but I'll see if I can get a 5. No. Nah. No. Hey, a Teddy Ursa. Level 2 is kind of low, though. I can do better. Nah. This area is usually 2 to 4. Oh. Ah, fuck it then. Ugh. Oh shit, wait, I want that. What's up? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, I scared you when I did that noise. Fuck! Ball pocket. Volcano meat bag fuck, or however that went. Y'all remember Vietnamese crystal? Oh, I know what I could do. Can I overcome the trials of the sages ahead? Yeah. I do not sense conviction in your heart. This is for your own good. Return when you are stronger. Hey, fuckhead! So I gotta beat up more kids. Wade! Not now! That's nice out. Your Pokemon growing? My Pokemon are growing a bit too quickly for me. Overwhelming. Hey, a Persicaberry. Oh. Huh, I think this might be a bad idea going down here. Damn it! What am I gonna do? I guess I'll fight the kids on that bridge again. Huh? What? Please don't be something stupidly high leveled. What did I just say? Quick, catch it! Fuck! Aww! Quick, catch it! Damn it. It was worth a shot. Right? Oh, fuck it. I'll use the potion. Whoop.
Do you know how to use a fishing rod?
Bella, if you only knew. Melvin, Melvin, brother of the Joker. Oh, nice. I'll keep Tori on out. No. This is the motherfucker that's got to carry me through the gym. Tangled up. I'm getting tangled up. I have an amazing fishing rod. Youngster Alec. Rabbit! Well, nice seeing you. Oh, I just need to sit up straight. Nope, keep going. Just keep hitting him. Agility? No, I don't need no agility. You should have learned something useful like psychic. Yes. Night, Hino. There we go. My rod is much better than yours. You don't know shit. Whoop, don't want to go in there. Polygon will get a decent move at 12. Okay, cool. Did I say Polygon? I mean Porygon. Whatever. I could beat up the one dickhead in here. This gatekeeper right here. Ugh. Is his name Abe or is his name Abe? That's for you to decide. Think about it. Oh damn. No, my one bird Pokemon. How could you? All right, now go back to the Pokemon Center. All right, now save again. Oh, there was two. Kyoto's guts. Those here are training night and day to become bird Pokemon masters. Come on. Oh no. A Pidgey. Level 7. You surely are on your way to becoming a bird Pokemon master. Yep. Truly a master. 2 Pidgeys. Both level 7. Oh, a critical hit. Wow. Ooh. Quack. Yeah, why don't any of these guys use Hoot Hoot? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, now I go back to the Pokemon Center again. Okay. I'm Faulkner, the Pokemon Violet Gym Leader. People say you can clip flying type Pokemon's wings with a jolt of electricity. I won't allow such insults to bird Pokemon. I'll show you the real power of the magnificent bird Pokemon. Speaking of birds, it looks like she's eating again. Yeah, she's eating again. Faulkner wants to battle. Oh my god, it's another level 7 Pidgey. Whatever will I do? Whatever will I do? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's dead. Pidgeotto? really taking it up a notch. Level 9 even. The wind is finally with us. Wow. Wow. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Wowie. Wow, wow, wowie. And you're dead. Oh, she's beating up her bell again. Darn, my dad's cherished bird Pokemon. Alright, take this. It's the official Pokemon League Zephyr badge. And $1,800. Okay, yeah, I get it. Here, take this too. TM31. That's Mud Slap. It reduces the enemy's accuracy while it causes damage. In other words, it is both defensive and offensive. Getting mud slapped is pretty offensive, yeah. Oh, wait, huh? Hello, this is the official Pokemon League office. Congratulations, sir. You've completed your very first gym challenge. You're now on your way to the Pokemon League. We've updated your account to reflect your new badge, and will call to update you every time you complete a gym challenge. You'll find that having more badges will expand your selection at any local Pokemon. You currently have 1 badge. Kanto trainers can visit one of Professor Oak's aides over on Route 10 for a flashy gift. Johto trainers may want to visit the famed Sprout Tower in Violet City. Trainer tips. The game corners have a variety of different prizes. Shop both Celadon and Goldenrod to pick a prize that best suits you. Thank you, and have a good day. Okay. Please, gamble your money away that you've won at our gym challenges. The universe is full of billions and billions and billions of stones. She's rowdy. Yeah, that's typical. Done fighting the bell, time to eat more food. Fucking pig. Oh man, I'm fucking tired. Wait. I need to go back to the Pokemon Center. I like the fast option. I talk to her and then hit the space bar and I'm done. Good ass fucking music. Do you believe in your own ability? Yada 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 yada. Yes! I do not sense conviction in your heart. This is for your own good. Return when you're stronger. What is your fucking damage, dude? I just fucking beat the gym. You putzes with your fucking bell sprouts ain't shit. I can basically guarantee it. Get a bigger team, maybe? That would be stupid. But I also wouldn't doubt it, so... Well, shit. Hey, buddy. You have some good Pokemon there. As a souvenir of Violet City, take this. Increases the power of grass-type moves. The experience of Violet City should be useful for your journey. Let me go ahead and just, hand this off to Bellsprout. Hog Seed. Rattata. Oh no, not another. This is like I'm fighting another gym leader. I gotta get out of here. What are you doing here? The weird tree attacked. What level? 10? Okay. Oof. Alright, I gotta try attack it. Whoa! It's better than tackle. Hey, don't do that! No, you fuck! Why did I try to attack? I knew I was frozen. Come on. Come on. Bitch! Wait, that slashed its health. I have 2 tries. Damn it! Well, there goes Tori gone. Look how tiny it is, though. This is my last chance. Come on. Yes! Oh! Oh! The tree branch shakes when there is no wind. It's a Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo, excuse me. Not a tree. It hides from the rain. What do we got for data on this motherfucker? Right. Egg group mineral. Oh, no wonder it was tanking. Look at that. Look at that defense. Literal stone wall. It's pseudo as in pseudo? Yes. Pseudo wood, because it's not actually wood, it's rock. I'm not gonna give it a nickname. I think it's fine as is. What's back here? Huh? Cherry Grove Bay. This must be a custom area. Oh. Level 7 Stanley. I'm gonna just run away. Oh shit! Alright. I didn't want to have to. No, not on Sudowoodo! Oh! Sorry, Bellsprout. What do you got? Headbutt, Mimic, Flail, and Substance. Well, Headbutt's useful, actually. Wow, congrats. Hello there, I'm Robert. What's your name, Gur? Nice to meet you. You wanna know what I'm doing out here? I'm cataloging all the different species of Pokemon across Johto and Kanto. Takes a lot of time, but it'll be quite useful for trainers hunting for specific kinds of Pokemon. I try to visit a different location every day. If you see me, come say hi. I'm about wrapped up here, though. Interested in a battle? If you beat me, I'll show you the data I have for Cherry Grove Bay. No! Hey, no problem. I'll be around. That's a negative. I gotta go. Most of my team is dead, yes. No. Nah. Come on. Okay. Time to visit the Pokemon Center. And I go. What? What? Oh, I should buy more Pokeballs. You're right. You're absolutely correct. Let me get a fucking 10 balls. And 5 potions. Yeah, that'll be fine for now. Antidote 2. No, I don't need it for where I'm going. Let me look at the map. Whoop. 32, okay. Yeah, no, I shouldn't need it. Quit yelling. Hold on. Alright. Are we catching them all? We're catching what we need. Why are you yelling? I'm gonna go back to this like weird in-between area that they made down here. Or not. Oh, nice, Ekans. I don't really need it. But it's nice that you love to see it. Actually, that's so low level, I'm not gonna bother. Wanna headbutt it? Sure. It's a sleeping hoot. Here's our bird Pokemon, I guess. Can I get it right away? Yep. Nice. It begins to hoot at the same time every day. Some trainers use them in place of clocks. What do we know about this thing? Wow. Mid-ass Pokemon. You're a boss fight in this game? Well, that's neat. I'm not feeling a nickname for this. Alright, level 8. That's better than nothing, I guess. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Damn it! Fuck! You're fucking around? Would someone really do that? Go into a chat room and lie? Where does this go? I'm intrigued. What the fuck? This is huge. Oh, that's a dead end. Hell, that's a dead end. No. No. I don't want that. Oh, I have a feeling I know where this goes. Oh, maybe not. Zelda music? The journal, read it, sure. I can't believe I found this place. I'd heard of Cherry Grove Bay before, but I had no idea there was any available real estate here. Now I can have the waterfront property I've always wanted. There's even some waterfalls in the mountains, which is exactly my aesthetic. I'm excited to spend some time exploring them. Keep reading. I've begun my exploration of the caves in the mountains. It seems there's a lot of items on the ground. I think the wild Pokemon picked them up. Pick items up outside and horn them inside. I fucked up my sentence. I've also caught glimpses of items glimmering on top of the mountains. I suspect there's a way to get up there. No. I no longer care. Hey, diddly doodly. What are you, Nilly? Okay, I'm Doom. Whack. This is SS's house. I'm just here to mess with his workstation. Okay. Doo-doo. Teleport me home? No, thank you. Is this a Wii? I don't recognize this. Town map. Okay, that's just a regular ass map. My little sprite reminds you of Doug Walker, just the hat. I mean, I guess it can't be helped, right? Hmm? There's something drawn in the dust. Great. You sure got me. No, don't headbutt it. What the hell is this? They made a whole new cave? Oh, cool. Thanks for putting that right at the start. I appreciate that. Wow, nice. Very generous of this cave. This is the free shit cave. And all that's in here is a level 9 Onyx. Which I will proceed to not fight. But I will do this. I got a much cooler rock Pokemon. I don't need a fucking Onyx. Repel, nice, okay. Just checking if there was any other free shit. Wait, what am I doing? I can fight this. You're recommending going to their Discord or their website to, go into their Discord to get a custom sprite. So a fan of the channel already did that. I just chose not to use it. I really like the idea of just being a rocket grunt. I've wanted a Pokemon game that lets me be the bad guy for so long. Not counting, Coliseum. No, not Coliseum. Yeah, Coliseum. Coliseum doesn't count. Oh, I found an exit. Damn it. Where the fuck am I? Oh no! Fuck! Shit, I gotta retrace my steps. Just run! Oh, hey. Wrong way. Fuck. This way. Oh, thank God. Alright, and now I'm gonna use... Hey, where'd that guy go? Woo! Alright, let me pop in here real quick. Alright, I'm done. Will Bellsprout Tower let me fucking do their bullshit now? Oh, yeah.
Hey, you!
Pokemon video games.
That is right. Only if you reach the top will you obtain an HM, or this is how we use to give out flash for trainers. Wait, what? Ah, you've got a badge on your sleeve, therefore I can grant you this. Oh! I don't even need to go in the tower. This dude just gives me the HM. Ah. Why do I use the reduced palette version? I didn't know there was a difference. Is there a version with a better color palette or something? Guess I'll never know. I should follow the typical path I would take. Go back down this way. Alright, here we go. Back on track. Back on track. Here we go. And I'm fighting someone. What do you want me to look at? I was debating whether or not I wanted to swap out. I'll just stay. I'll leave it. Bellsprout's close to a level. Get fucked. Oh shit. Oh, never mind. Oh no, not my 1 HP. Didn't affect pseudo either. Ah, there we go. That's more like it. Yeah, get fucked, minus 4 HP. You're strong. Oh, hold on. This kid's a contrarian. I'm going to try to be the best with my favorites. I'm not using the same tough Pokemon as everyone else. Actually, nah. I shouldn't shit on him. That's the guy. That's the kid who doesn't want to go to the tournament and use the same, like, four teams that get used constantly. Hello. Huh. Yeah, fuck Landorus. Can I have a Wooper? I never asked before. I already have one of these. See? Why is everyone Blair Witching? I don't know. Oh! Whoops, that's my bad. Hello, Gordon. Hey, they got a Wooper. Oh, I shouldn't have swapped out fucking... You know. Bellsprout. Jesus, I cannot think today. Darn. Whoops. Whoa. Give me a Wooper. Come on, dude. There is a Wooper that has Pokemon up ahead. What the hell does that mean? Don't Woopers only show up here at night? Fuck, is that the case? Oh, that might be the case. Hey, hold on.
Oh, hi there, I'm a fishing guru. Why come here if you don't even have yourself a fishing rod? I think I still have a spare one somewhere.
I'm losing the accent. I was like going between like 3 different voices. Here, take this shitty old rod that can only catch fucking Magikarp. Oh, okay. Yeah, save it, save it, save it, save it, save it. Yes, okay, thank you. I'll take that. Go ahead and take a stroll through the onion cave. Ah! Where the fuck? Here we go. I gotta do something about Hoot Hoot soon. Level 8 is not gonna cut it. There we are. Alright, what's this original character over here? Tico. Take a look at this spot on the ground. Do you see these indentations in the dirt? These are Pokemon footprints. As an Asa trainer, part of my job is to keep an eye on the local wildlife as I patrol the region. Do you know that your Pokedex can actually scan in footprints like these? Give it a try next time you see something like this. But be careful. That Pokemon might still be nearby. Okay, Lemon, time to go. Oh, they got a shiny snow, Motherfucker, what's that thing's name? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Swinub, thank you. Footprints. Whoa. Cubone. Okay. Well, that's neat. That's a fun feature. Oh, Sandshrew. I like Sandshrew, but I don't really have space for it on my team. Over there. What you doing over there? Huh? You playing around? Yeah? That's just great. You can barely see her right now. Alright, quit spinning. Stop. Look away. Alright, I'm gonna pass you down. I'm gonna pass in front of... You fucking dick! This dude's coked out of his mind. I'm trying to look at chat and then see what the bird's doing and play the game all at the same time, and it's a fucking mental challenge. No. I'm just gonna let Bellsprout suck up levels here. It's alright. Method of Madness, yeah, if the battery died in red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, your save would be lost. If the battery went dry in ruby, sapphire, or emerald, or fire red and leaf green, then time-based events would no longer occur, but your save was fine. Wait, shit. Because by Gen 3, the saves were flash, or it was like a flash drive that it was saved on in there. Meanwhile, the Gen 1 and 2 games are all, they're saved in some live memory or something like that, where the moment that battery dies, your save dies. Oh, oh, oh. Oh my god, he ignored me. What an ass. Lost your blue save? Yeah, that sucks. To my knowledge, I still have my not like my original, but one of my original Pokemon Red saves. But Gold, Silver, and Crystal are all gone. I don't know why red lasted longer than gold, silver, and crystal, but it did. I've since replaced those batteries. Because it's, like, stupidly easy to do. Yeah, get you a set of Nintendo. Get a set of Nintendo screwdrivers. Or, Gen 1 and 2, and then also Gen 3. Because Gen 1 and 2 use like a... It's like a little... like a little nut. Whereas the Gen 3 games are all tri-wing. Why am I letting Bellsprout level so hard? What am I doing? I'm swapping in. How about... Let's see, I'm gonna fight Bug. Tori on, she can get some levels. Oh, you know what? I should have thrown... Nah. No. Bellsprout will evolve if I level it up. That's true. But Bellsprout is completely useless at this next gym, is the thing. Why is this guy green? He's like a fire guy. Why is he green? Great! Ball! Fuck. He's smoking that dope. Alright, gotcha. Hey look, a free level. Tight. Oh shit! I knew that guy was gonna be there and I remembered way too late. Oh, just shut the hell up. Oh, is Bellsprout still first? Yowza. Okay, hold on. Quack. This motherfucker doesn't know any rock moves. Wow, that's so much level. Fuck. Excuse me, I don't have time for you. Thank you. Did they leave this one asshole out here? Wade! Not now! Yeah, I'm glad you found berries. Whatever, dude. I'm fucking busy. Yep, this asshole's still here. Fuck this guy. Whooper! Huh? A wild whooper appeared. Hey. What? This is a trainer battle, right? Like, I can't steal this kid's Pokemon? I want to ask that right now. No? Shit. Hey, can they change this game so I can steal people's Pokemon from them? Give me the snag device or whatever it was called. I am from Team Rocket, that's the thing. Make it so if you play as a Team Rocket grunt, you can steal people's Pokemon. Try it? No, I'm not gonna try it. Good lord. Psybeam! Oh, you know I'm gonna let you learn that. Go ahead and just get rid of Tackle. Oh, fuck yes, sir. Fuck yes. Totodile. I know how to handle that. Oh no! I got no pee-pee! Fuck! Torrigan, come on back out. That was a crit. Try Psybeam. Got to use Wooper? No. Why are you so mean? Bitch, you attack me. Hit yourself. Hit yourself, idiot. Eh. What? Oh. Good old mud slap. Kid, you wanna fuck off? Get fucked. Please leave me alone. Fine, take it. 3 rare candies? My parents brought me this costume to blend in so the Whoopers would stop attacking me. I'm trying to act like them. Hey, look. Wait, is it a rare? Okay, I thought I said a rare set of Rattata tracks. I was gonna exclaim. MasterGir. What's a MasterGir? Huh? Something scare ya? You motherfuck! This fucking asshole. Okay, I just thought it said Torrington for a second there too. Go to hell. Hey, that's great. I hate you. Go to hell. Fuck! Just shy of a level. You got more zip than me. That's great, dude. Die. Oh, that's so weird to walk in here and it's just like, oh, it's all okay. There's no Team Rocket. Thank you. Let me save it real quick. How long have we been going? 2 hours? Alright. Tell you what, I would go a little longer, but I need food really, really bad. So, I'm gonna wrap it up for today. Let me load up a quick BRB. I want to thank all the people who gave gift subs earlier. They got you that Tori cam that you're looking at, even though she kind of out of sight right now. And then we'll wrap it up. So I'll do a quick BRB here. Thought you might want to see Tater too, since she was in here. Anyway, let's get the credits rolling here. Oh shit, Tori, you're in the way. There we go. This is perfect. It's perfectly framed. Alright, let me see. What do we got here? Oh boy, alright. So we have got Valve's Portal 2 at 13 months, Pippi Caddy at 23 months, Professor Pangloss 14 months, and 5 gift subs from Professor Pangloss. Hino of the Dawn 4 months, Pippi Caddy with a gift sub, Cheese Stick Phil with 10 gift subs, Lucarlio 13 months, Valve's Portal 2 5 gift subs, Pochi with a gift sub, Faust's Corner gift sub, Jiljig 10 gift subs, and Jiljig's resub for 14 months. Uncommon Ren 3 months. Pippi Caddy with a gift sub. Andrew Isn't 3 months. Lixa 5 gift subs. Neo Bushnell 14 months. Sprite Pepsi 22 months. Sushi Fisk 21 months. Death by Attempt 1 month. And Dog Verified 6 months. Thank you very much, everybody. This is interesting. I didn't realize. I knew that there was a lot changed in Clear Crystal Clear. I didn't realize to what extent it really was changed. Hi, Scorpy. You got here when I'm done. Thanks. So that was interesting. Wednesday will not be more crystal clear. Wednesday, I'm not restarting, no. I can do this for you, hold on. I'll do this for you, here, look.
I will restart.
What was I saying? Oh, you totally fucking ruined my train of thought. Oh, Wednesday. Oh, I love when she does that. Wednesday will be Steam Next Fest demos, including one that I didn't think I'd fucking see on there. Destroy All Humans 2 has a demo. You fucking know I'm gonna be on that shit. Destroy All Humans 2 is the reason my thumb clicks. Like, I played that so fucking much, it literally ruined my thumb. So, yeah. That's gonna be on there. I don't know what else is on there. I'm gonna take a look over the next couple days, today and before the stream on Wednesday, or tomorrow and then the day, tomorrow and Wednesday before the stream. Jesus. Also, I'll take a look. So yeah. Thanks for coming. Lots of support today. Thank you very much. I know you got a Tori cam out of it, but I appreciate it either way. Is there anyone live right now that I can raid? Take a peek here. Anybody that I know? Let me see. Honestly, no. Doesn't look like it. Vectroid's still live. I don't know how Vectroid's alive, let alone live. Is Siggy alive? Alive? Is Siggy live? Yes. Oh, Jesus. I'm pressing all of the buttons on my computer. Alright. Here we go. Y'all have a very good day. Y'all have fun. Y'all enjoy it. I'll see you on Wednesday. I got food to stuff down my gullet. Bye-bye.